Hey guys, Rexlent here. In today's video, we'll be talking about Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. So if you guys are not aware, Girls Frontline 2 Exilium has just launched, and it is a tactical game with gorgeous 3D graphics and girls, beautifully crafted weapons, especially its moving parts. So the purpose of this video is to get you started as soon as possible, giving you only the important key points to take note of when you begin the game. As soon as you begin the game, you can click on this diner gate over here, this little robot. This is where you can access your mail. This is your main menu screen. And then click on your avatar on the top left here, Commander. Now you can access your settings on the top right. So this game supports multiple text languages. Good news for everyone. And also Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. There are a lot of settings over here that you can play around with. Extremely high quality for such a gorgeous game. You can also access this menu by pressing escape button if you're on the PC client to go straight to it like this. So yeah, moving on. Alright, so now I'll show you the character overview. We will go to Refitting Room here. This is where you view all your characters and do their upgrades, customization, and everything. So as far as characters go, or they're called dolls, they are split into 4 classes: Bulwark, Vanguard, Support, and Sentinel, aka the tank, high mobility, healer and buffer, and DPS. That's what they mean basically. So Suomi in this banner is support. Suomi and Ulrid are available right now on Raid Up. Ulrid is a Vanguard, so Vanguard has really high move. I can click over here and you can see she has 9 mobility, so 9 cells, 9 squares. We have Mozenagan, Sentinel, DPS. We have Sabrina, Bulwark, tank. With that aside, there are also other things that you can do, like clicking on the character over here, and then you can see their various tap animations. Very cute, very high quality. Suomi, so cute. There's also one where you can zoom all the way in, and then she'll react to you. So there are many tap interactions. It's up to you to find out for yourself. Moving on, character upgrades over here. Level up. Leveling up will take combat reports. These are character XP, and then when you level them up, you will see a pretty animation that plays with it, like this. Very high budget. Every character has their own animation. And then once you finish leveling them up, they will reach a certain cap. For, in this case, it'll be level 40, and then you'll need to farm another mat to level uncap them. Very straightforward. And then for weapon upgrade has no uncap to perform. You can level it all the way to as high as your level allows, your commander level, like this, straightforward. Now, for the character themselves, they all have 2 skills, 1 ultimate, and 1 basic attack, where my mouse is. So this is the basic attack, skill number 1, skill number 2, and ultimate, and last one is their passive. So there's a lot to read here, but fortunately, if you don't know what an effect does, all the text that are in blue, you can click on them and the tooltip will appear telling you what they do. So we will go in gameplay in the next section to see why exactly Suomi is so OP. Very overpowered healer. As for the weapon themselves, if you click onto the weapon here, over here it's the weapon effect. And the good news is, once you've unlocked this feature, you can click over here and change the appearance of your weapon. Really good. You can change your weapon to any skin that you've already unlocked before. Just like this. Acquire, and then skin replacement. Just like that. So it's all aesthetic, like this. There will be many crazy skins in the future, so you can look forward to that, including attachments as well. You can change the attachments, just the appearance of it to your liking. And speaking of attachments, those are pretty much your gear in this game. You don't have to worry about it right now as a newbie, but this is something to know. So there will be your muzzle and dot sight, grip, and underbarrel. So 3 of these will share a set effect. And then the muzzle itself will have 4 substats, no set effect on this one. You can take your time to explore on this since this is a crash course. So moving on, character upgrade. Fortification is where your duplicates will go. So from 0 all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, the more you unlock, the more effects they will get on each skill. Like for Suomi, the first one, she gets another effect added on to her ultimate right here. So you can inspect over here. And then neural helix. This one is a bit advanced for now for newbies, but Eventually, you will want to max this out for every character that you use. Not to worry, this is fully F2P-able. Basically, once you've unlocked all of these nodes starting from the left to the right all the way to the end, these purple nodes up here, they are called fixed keys. So there's 6 of these right now, and one final key over here called a common key. What do these keys do exactly? Let me show it to you. I have keys unlocked for Ulrit. I have 2 keys unlocked for her right now. And you can equip 3 of the 6 keys that she has. 3 of the 6 fixed keys, and each key will add or change effects of their skills or their behavior right here. So this is very crucial as far as strategy goes. You want to level every character and get all their keys, because unlocking keys also gives them stat bonuses. And if you see on the right, these 3 over here are not fixed keys. These 3 are for universal keys, common keys. So for example, Ulrit's final key, this common key here can be shared with everyone. So common key Mangle, if the enemy's target HP is not full before the attack, increase damage dealt to them by 7%. I can equip this on Suomi, technically, because it's a shared key. So you will see it over here in the menu here when you unlock it. So this is not readily available right now to you, but something to take note of once it's available, once it's unlocked. If the information so far has been overwhelming, not to worry. The game will guide you as you go. Not all of these will be immediately unlocked. You will learn as you go. So moving on to the next section, the gacha. Oh, for the gacha, there are a couple of tabs over here. I'll just run through from top to bottom. On the very first tab over here, this is the beginner gacha, beginner banner. It's discounted at only 8 tickets to do 10 rolls, and it pities at 50 rolls. So be sure to use all of your access permissions. You're gonna get a lot of this on launch and pre-registration rewards, all kinds of rewards. Put all your rolls into this and get your random elite doll over here. So highly recommend it. I know you're probably asking which doll to look out for. I highly recommend Tololo or Cheongju. Both are very good. TLDR, Tololo has 2 moves. She gets 2 turns at the beginning, and she gets to charge it every few turns or so. And Cheongju is good because she supports fire on basically any attack, any single target attack. Whenever she's in range, she will support fire. So you can either take my word for it or you can read it yourself. Next 4 are the limited banners. Right now we have Suomi and Ulrit on raid up with their respective weapons. So for limited characters, they will use a different currency called targeted access permission. So one way to remember, black ticket is for standard, orange ticket is for limited, both for the doll and for the weapon. So highly recommended Suomi and Ulrit. Suomi is a top tier support, and after this, Ulrit and her weapon. And on the last tab over here, this is the permanent standard banner. So by rolling 260 total rolls, cumulative rolls, you get to pick an elite doll of your choosing. This is only one time. So my recommendation is, earlier I recommended Tololo and Cheongju. So if you have already one of them, just pick the other one. That's my best recommendation from my experience. And that's pretty much it for gacha. And oh, and one more thing. All of your roll counts will be carried over to the next banner. So limited carried over to the next limited. Standard is always standard. Beginner will be gone once you finish rolling it. So yeah, that's it for gacha. For those of you who have never played strategy RPGs before, I'll try my best to explain combat. Right now, we're in a random mission and the game wants you to deploy 4 characters. So I have these 4 deployed: Tololo, Suomi, Cheongju, and Ulrit, basically the premium set. And let's start. So, TLDR of combat, basically, you select a character, you move the character, you pick a skill, you pick an enemy, and then you click confirm, like this. And that's pretty much what you need to do for a character. So, first thing to talk about is there's a beauty in GFL2 where you can rewind your combat. So let's say if I didn't like what I just did earlier, press this arrow up here. You can use it up to 3 times. If you're out of uses, you can just restart the battle and then you get 3 uses again. So click this and click over here, action, rewind, like this, all the way to the beginning. You can rewind to any point, any history. Even the turn on the top left here, turn. So right now I'm still in turn 1. If I want to rewind all the way to the beginning of turn 1, I just press this arrow right here and then press confirm rewind. There, so I've already used 1 rewind. So that's really good for a strategy game. Now, to talk about the enemies, all enemies have weaknesses. If you see over here, for example, this guy right here, they have 2 kinds of weaknesses. All enemies have 2 weaknesses: ammo weakness and element weakness. So like this bear over here, he has 3 ammo weakness and 2 element weakness. If I pick someone like Cheongju over here, and you look at her skill number 2, it says medium ammo, fire weakness. So what happens if I use it on this guy? The weaknesses get highlighted. It means that I'm exploiting the weaknesses, like here, exploited. So when you're hitting an enemy's weakness, you will deal 10% more damage and 2 more stability damage for each weakness. So right now, I'm exploiting both weaknesses, so I'm getting double the benefits. 20% damage and 4 stability. Stability is this value over here, this shield value over here. I have 9 stability on Cheongju, and this bear has only 1. Stability basically means their ability to take cover, because when you're in cover, you have a lot higher damage mitigation. And if your stability is 0, you no longer have that mitigation. No more damage reduction. You're gonna take almost full damage even when you're behind cover. So this is something to take note of. In GFL2, there is no accuracy rating. All hits are 100%. So even though if I'm behind cover and every enemy attacks you, if it hits 0 and another following attack hits you again, your character might die. So be careful. Stability is key, and that is also where supports come in. Supports can heal stability. Before I want to attack the enemy, notice how there's a couple of lines towards the enemy, and also there's like red lines towards me. This is very important. We'll talk about the 2 lines over here first, the yellow line and the white line. TLDR, yellow line means good, white line means bad. Yellow line means that the enemy is exposed. They are not in any cover relative to my character. White line means that they are in cover. So see, this bear right here is taking cover from this block, which gives a 35% damage reduction. And for Cheongju to hit that bear, it'll have the cover effect. So if you don't want that to happen, simple. Just move her to flank the bear. So if I move Cheongju here, it's yellow towards the bear because see, there is no cover. And if I shoot the bear, it's gonna take full damage. The same for this guy. This guy is not in any cover relative to me. Right now, he's hugging this wall, but then that doesn't matter because I'm shooting from this direction. The opposite is true as well. So always stay behind cover. Since most of the enemies are in front of me, it's safe to assume that I can take cover from this direction against them. If I take cover over here, like this guy has full damage against me. You see how it works now? It's pretty much common sense. No cover like this, but I will have cover like this from this guy. And then let me shoot him. And the prediction will show how much damage I'll deal to him. Now, let's talk about the other line, the red line over here. Red line basically means that you are within range of the enemy. This also factors in their movement. This guy has 5 squares of movement. If he moved all of it, like all the way here, he can hit you. So my Cheongju right now, if I run all the way here, only this guy is in range to her. See, there's 1 red line here. There's no more red line from that guy, but if I move over here, there's red line from that guy. So something to know. They might not necessarily target you in their turn, but you are within their range if they so decide to hit you. So right now I'll have Cheongju over here. I'll just exploit the weaknesses of this bear. I'll shoot this bear. Confirm. There we go. So now this bear has 0 stability. He no longer has benefits of cover. I can bring Suomi right here and simulate target against him. And look, it's yellow now. It was white before, now it's yellow because he has no more stability. There we go. For Ulrit, Ulrit is a vanguard. That's why she has a really large movement. I can move Ulrit all the way up here and attack this guy like this. Cheongju will still support. Now he has no more stability. So I am gonna hide right here next to this frog, because this frog has an attack range, has an insane attack range, but notice how it has no attack range right next to it. So it's really important to read the enemy's stats. So I'm just gonna put her here next to the frog so she won't get hit by the frog. Like that. Now it's for the enemy's turn. So Tololo got shot earlier. Her stability is now down to 5. I can use Suomi and heal some stability. So Suomi's ultimate is why she's so insanely good. Here is why. Once I press 4, this is the range of her ultimate. If I pick this cell over here, all of this in this square is gonna turn into frost tiles. And a shield to all allies at a global range. You see, even Ulrit is gonna get her the shield. Let me press ultimate and you'll see. So cute. There you go. Everyone gets a shield. Tololo gets 2 more stability recovered. Now she has 7 stability with a shield as well. Even Ulrit has a shield. And look at this frost tile here. If I click on this frost tile, applies frozen to enemy units remaining in this area after the end of the operation, lasting for 2 turns. So they get their mobility reduced. And if they stay in it any longer, they'll get frigid, which is they cannot move at all if they stay all the way in this frost tile. That's why Suomi is like really good. Let me show you what Ulrit is also capable of. Ulrit's ultimate lets her zoom across the map like this. I'll move her here like that, and then she'll hit this guy. Just like that. But however, now my Ulrit is in the open. This is not ideal. I'll just use the rewind. Rewind 1 action behind here. And let me take care of this frog. So yeah, that's the gist of the combat system. Hopefully this has helped you to understand a lot more on this genre. We'll move on to the next section. Now, after a long day of modding in GFL2, you can go public area here. And you have your dormitory right here. This is where you go to relax and check out your dolls. All the dolls have interactions like this. You can click on them to see an interaction. You can also change the poses. Poses are unlocked as they level, and some of the poses only come with limited outfits, the skins. I believe Groza has one on sale right now, so you can change it to observing this. Now, once you've seen all this, what you can also do is click on the camera on the top right here to switch to manual camera, like this, so you can freely move around, sort of move around the room. If you like, for example, if you like this angle, you can save it as your home screen. So within the manual camera, click on the button on the top right over here. Do you want to apply the current view to scenic tour dormitory? Yes. This is the home screen now, even with the tap interaction. So you can get creative with this. You can also do the same for fitting room. So in the refitting room, tap interaction here. Tap the top right here. Yes. Go back to home screen. There we go. So within the dorm, you can also click on archive to read about them. And over here, there's also gifts. You can give them gifts to raise their affinity, their bond. And this is really important because this will also grant them fixed stats. Affinity 2 gives her permanent attack and health. Affinity 3 gives health and defense. 4 and 5, they all give stats to you. 6, 7, 8 will require Covenant. You basically need to purchase a Covenant ring to do that, and they also get 5% more attributes. So the game has already launched. We've reached the final section of this video, which is what to do as a new player. As soon as you start the game, really simple, straight away push your campaign as far as you can. You can probably push to chapter 3 easily on the first day, and also be sure to do all your beginner evaluations over here to get your free Vepli and also a few skins over here. Lots of tickets here. Lots of collapse crystals. They will all help with clearing your beginner banner. And then once you're level 20, you can start Sojourners of the Glass Island. This is the current event featuring Ulrid and Suomi. Just do everything here, all the event story, and also eventually do hard mode over here. The stage isn't that difficult. You probably need about level 25 to 30 dolls to be able to clear everything. And also, they have Wasteland Impact here. If you don't know what Wasteland Impact is, this is a mini game for the event. Let me just show you. I'll press combat start and you'll see. Look familiar? So yeah, you're gonna have fun in this event. Wasteland Impact. Do all of this to get your rewards. Wasteland Supply. All of these rewards. Event Shop will also feature Lotta. She is free just by participating in the event. And all of these rewards over here. Especially this item here, this core here. This is what you need to unlock the common keys, as I was talking about it earlier. You're gonna need a lot of this, so always do your events for this. Once you've already unlocked most of the things here, I'll click on here, campaign, supply missions on the top tab here, supply missions. These are your farming stages and gold farming. So gold farming, as soon as you unlock it, always do this because they only allow you limited runs a day. So 2 runs a day, always spend 2 runs on this because you'll need a lot of gold in this game. To combat simulations, once you've unlocked this third tab here, basically do everything. These are your weeklies and dailies. Starting from the left, Neural Survey. This here offers a lot of first time rewards that gives cores. And these are the materials that you need to unlock the character's cores, the progression. So right here, Neural Helix. You see these little nodes over here that needs this item? Yeah, this is where it's from, Neural Survey. So you go here to farm it next time. Moving on. The next thing on the tab is Boss Fight. So Boss Fight is your weekly boss. You get 3 attempts a week. I recommend doing this only on the last day of the week because right now you're still progressing with level. If you want to be optimal, do it on the last day of the week where you can maybe kill the boss, because if you can kill the boss with 1 attempt and then use your next attempt on the next boss and the next boss and so forth. So try to do it on the last few days for the best yield. And the good thing about weekly boss, why it's so important, is as you kill the boss, you're gonna get tickets, and these tickets can be exchanged for lots of goods. See, you can get Sabrina shards over here. Eventually, you can exchange for your own Sabrina, and then permanent tickets, and of course, core over here, very important, core, and bond items here, gold here, and the rest of these are attachment boxes. So moving on, combat exercise. So combat exercise is PvP. Not to worry, even though PvP sounds really bad, has a bad connotation with it, PvP in this game is just free gems. All you need to do is attack people, and that's it. Win or lose, you get your daily 30 gems, 30 collapse crystals. And if you want to be friendly with everyone, if you want to help each other, for your defense, just set it to 1 character so that everyone helps each other. You stand nothing to gain by defending against people. Just let everyone have an easy win. You have an easy win so that you can promote your PvP title to get even more gems. So that's basically it for PvP. You can also refresh over here if the opponents are not to your liking. You can refresh up to 5 times. And one thing about these refresh is if you've refreshed all 5 times, they're gonna ask you to pay 20 collapse crystals to add more refresh right here. Not to worry, you will always get additional refresh every hour. So you can actually wait that out if you want to. The third thing over here, peak value assessment. This is a one-time content, one-time clear content. It's a really challenging mode. Just try to clear as far as you can because you get rewards every week based on your permanent progression. So for example, in this account, I have already cleared everything. I will get all of this every week. So the sooner you clear this, the better for you. Next thing over here, expansion drills. Once you've unlocked this is your bi-weekly challenge. Every 14 days, it's going to reset for more rewards as well. Just clear as far as you can. Basically, TLDR, clear everything. The last tab over here, this is also PvP, but it requires Adept 5 rank to unlock. So Adept 5 rank in PvP, it's written here. Adept 5 rank is all the way down here. It's not that far. it'll take some time to promote to it. It's easy to promote. Just do your PvP every day and you'll promote to it. That's why PvP is important. All of this here is important. Just make sure to do it as soon as you can. Now, within the shop itself, all of these are on sale. The skins are on sale. Lots of bundles are on sale. What I want to talk about is your monthly card. So monthly card is what I highly recommend. As usual, it gives the most value. For 5 USD, you get 300 tokens immediately and 80 pieces every day. So 300 credit tokens refer to this. So this is the cash item, 300. So you can use this eventually to buy skins. These skins cost anywhere from 900 to 1,500. So even as a monthly player, if you've accumulated enough, you can actually get it without actually needing to spend money. That's one thing to note. Monthly card is always the best value. Now, the card on the left, monthly incremental contract, this one is more utility. This one gives you one more run into the gold farming stage and 6 more rewind counts, totaling up to 9 rewinds a stage. This one was useful for me when I was doing the tryhard modes where it took me like hours to clear. So that 9 rewinds came in handy, but it's completely optional. This one only pick it if you need it. As for trading posts, make sure to buy your tickets here every month. It resets every month. As you roll gacha, you get withdrawal receipt and then you can use it in this shop. Moving on to Battle Pass, Patrol Battle Pass. Battle Pass is already really good on the free tier. Everything here is useful, most especially cores. As I've mentioned before, core will be one of the mats where it's really hard to come by. It's really scarce. That's why if you can afford the paid version of Battle Pass, the $10 version is good enough solely for the extra cores, and also Battle Pass comes with Battle Pass exclusive elite weapons over here. Assault Rifle from this Battle Pass especially is worth noting because it's pretty good. So for each allied unit within 5 tiles, you get more healing and damage dealt by 5% up to 15%. And if there are more than 2 allied units near you, you get 2 tiles of additional movement. So after you attack, you can move again for 2 more tiles, repositioning your assault rifle character. Commissions is your daily. Commissions are really easy to complete. Just do everything and then you'll get 80 points here to get 60 gems every day. One last very important feature that came with global launch is when you click on the diner gate over here and this icon here, you can add friends in this game. So be sure to add your friends or especially carries, and then they will help you breeze through your content. It's really helpful. For yourself, you can click on your own profile over here and set your own support. So these are what will show to your friends like this. So these 3 characters will be your friend support. And then as your friends use them, you will get gold. So be sure to claim them before it caps out. Alright, last but not least, in the public area, dispatch room. This is something you should do ASAP. The moment you've unlocked this, send your dolls to dispatch and they will come back every 20 hours and just send them again so that you can finish this weekly mission right here to get all of this, and then you can upgrade the system. You can read it for yourselves, take your time to explore this, but most importantly, once you've sent them on dispatch, you get the materials and then you can go to dispatch shop and buy these materials. These are really good. These are bond items. All these boxes are bond items, and also your weekly purchase limit of access permissions. All of this can be purchased every week. It resets every week. So dispatch, very important. Do it as soon as you unlock it. And that's pretty much it for this Girls Frontline 2 crash course. I said crash course, but in the end I covered almost every aspect of it. Let's look at the summary of the rewards of launch. As you can see here, there's lots of pre-registration milestone rewards, social media follower rewards, event rewards, check-in rewards, global release celebration rewards, Elmo startup rewards, beginners rewards, Elmo small treasury, social media sharing rewards, and redeem codes, totaling up to over 4,000 collapsed pieces and 120 pulls on top of all the rewards. So definitely check it out. So yeah guys, in the end, it's a comprehensive video for newcomers to GFL 2. If this video has been helpful to you in showing you the ropes and also pointing you in a general direction on what you should do, consider leaving a like, comment and subscribe to the video, and make sure to use my download link in the description below. It's also in the pinned comment. That will greatly help me a lot. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium has already launched, so I'll see you in the game. Take care, bye bye, see ya.